Hey everybody, I'm Nick Meador, founder of Soul Lift Cacao. Greetings from Tarapoto, Peru, in the northern part of the country, where I'm here learning about native cacao varieties and the culture surrounding cacao here. And today I'm excited to talk to you about this cousin of cacao, as I usually think of it. It goes by many names. The scientific name is Theobroma bicolor, or bicolor. In Mexico and Guatemala, it's most commonly called pah-taxte. Here in Peru, I've been hearing it called majambo. I think in South America, more commonly, it's called Macambo. Sometimes it's known as the Jaguar Tree. The trees are usually allowed to grow taller than a cacao tree because these pods fall off on their own. Whereas with cacao, the pods have to be cut off. Otherwise, they just die on the tree. Here I've been introduced to two varieties of Macambo. This one is called enorme. It has really beautiful patterns and lines, which are a little bit similar to cacao, but the grooves are much deeper, as you can see. The other one is called Macambo enano, which means dwarf, and that one has much smoother sides. So now we're gonna open it. And there we have it. The inside is a little bit like cacao. It's a more yellowish color for one thing. Even before opening this, I could smell the aroma of this very ripe Macambo or pataxte pod. This Macambo gigante variety has a pretty pungent smell. It reminds me of jackfruit or durian, whereas the other Macambo enano had a smell a little bit closer to banana mango mix, actually what most cacao smells like when it's ripe and raw like this. Inside we have rows of seeds encased in pulp, which is a little smooth and sticky, and the aroma is just so unique, so strong. Now we get to taste it. Woo! Definitely a little pungent, kind of an acquired taste, but essentially this is another tropical fruit, just like cacao, and that pulp around the seed is the fruit. So right now I'm just sucking on the pulp and swallowing that part. What's left is the Macambo seed. Just like in a cacao pod, it's actually the seeds that become chocolate or cacao paste. And I just chewed open this seed so you can see that Macambo seeds are typically fully white like this. Otherwise, though, they look a lot like cacao seeds. It's just that if we were to process this, put it through fermentation and drying and toasting and peeling, the flavor of the finished seed is much closer to a nut, a little bit like a cashew or peanut. It doesn't taste chocolatey at all. This is part of the joy of eating raw cacao, or pah-taxte is getting the pulp all over our fingers. It's a very sensory experience. Macambo is not as well known as cacao because it's more rare. Here in northern Peru, the locals are very attached to it, actually, and consider it a part of their diet. Whereas in Mexico and Guatemala, it has more of a spiritual connotation, especially with the Maya families that I've worked with. They will incorporate it into their ceremonies. And pataxte is mentioned in the Popol Vuh, the ancient Mayan text, along with cacao, which is very interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a specific Mayan glyph for pataxte, but I have not yet seen that in any books. I believe the nutritional value of pataxte is probably very similar to cacao, but so far I haven't seen much data on that. I did have one Guatemalan blend tested recently that was 50% cacao and 50% pataxte, and the numbers of caffeine and theobromine came back in a similar range to what I typically see for authentic ceremonial cacao. As interest in Macambo grows among people who are not from a growing region, I expect that we'll see more farmers start to plant these trees and for more finished products to become available. I have tasted at least a couple of bars in Mexico and Guatemala that were a blend of cacao paste and pataxte paste, sometimes with a little bit of unrefined sweetener, and the two together are divine. It's a little bit like a chocolate peanut butter cup. So thank you for watching. I'm glad I caught this opportunity to share pataxte, Macambo, Theobroma bicolor with you. And until next time, I'm Nick Meador.